Hey friends, we are here for another video. Today is payday and we need to do a paycheck allocation. So let's take a look. Hi friends, welcome back to Budgeting Over 40. I'm Melissa and we are here to allocate the paycheck that I did receive early today. It is actually a day early because I should have been getting paid on tomorrow, which is August 15th. But since it is here, I'm going to go ahead and allocate it. As you can see, it has not been entered yet because YNAB, my account is linked and it has not pulled it in just yet. But I promise you the paycheck is in my bank account, fully available to spend. Also, I was just here a day earlier explaining to you guys how difficult it's going to be for us within this paycheck because our income from our small business is slowly coming in. We did get a few checks yesterday that was deposited into the bank, but they have not cleared. So as soon as they are cleared, I will come in and allocate the money depending on what hubby transfers over. We did have a good talk yesterday, and he is fully aware of what we need to pay, and he is in agreement with me that we will need a little bit more money this pay period. But like I said, we are waiting for those checks to clear. I'm not sure if I'm going to come back in and budget that money for you guys to see. It all depends what's going on for this weekend because the kids will be home. So, all right, first I'm going to do some approving and authorizing the transactions that you see here that were pulled in. So I did talk about paying the car insurance to Geico for $251.80. I'm just going to go ahead and approve this one. Also, my Google subscription for Google Cloud went out for $2.16. I'm going to actually, it was entered, so I think I can just go ahead and clear this because it is cleared. And I did get some cash back from charging my Apple Card, $2.52. I just need to change the payee and then I can go ahead and approve this. It's going to go to ready to assign. And what I do with this money is I budget this money or allocate this money for all of the subscriptions that it do have coming up. It's like my sinking funds for the subscriptions. So good thing I don't have to use money from our paychecks to budget for the subscriptions that we pay annually. The cash back from the Apple Card actually takes care of that. So that is awesome. So those are all of the transactions that needed to be approved. Let's go back over here to the budget or the plan and talk about this. So this $2.52, what I'm going to do is take it all the way down. I'm going to go all the way down because I think I have some money down here in holding of 52 cents. Let's send this back to ready to assign. This was money that I had sitting, and you know what? I can't do it because I'm going to show you why. This is the reason why I have this 52 cents sitting here, because if I go forward into the month of September, because I did pay out my Discover card, did charge, well, my Discover did take the payment out of $116. It's telling me that I'm overspent in my bank account, which I'm not overdrawn. I'm just overspent in YNAB because I didn't have any money in that category. So let's go back to today and we're going to put this $2.52 in holding. And once I have everything set up, I will be able to move this forward into the months that I am, as far out as I am. And I think right now we're on to November. So let's see. Let's go to savings just so I can show you guys that for the subscriptions, you can see here that subscriptions are fully funded or on track for the month of October. And in the month of November, I have $4.04 to put into the McAfee virus protection. And then I will be fully funded for October. Then we could move on to December. But there's one thing that I think I'm going to do as far as subscription goes. And since I'm here, let me tell you about it. I do want to pay for Google. Somebody did suggest that I pay for Google for the year. I will save a little bit of money. So I am thinking about signing up for Google Cloud for the year. So that's going to become a sinking fund in the subscription category. And then I will use the money that I'm getting cash back from the Apple Card to pay for that. Now, what I am going to do as well, I'm going to use that money that is already sitting in my Apple High Yield Savings account to fund the annual subscription. So I think I'm going to have to go out as far as November as I have here and take all of this money out and maybe even for the month of October as well to be able to fund that. And then we can start to put the cash back into those categories going forward. Secondly, as far as subscriptions goes, I think I'm going to sign up for Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is charging me $16.30 per month. And if you multiply that by 12 months, it works out to be $195.60 per year if I was paying the $16.30. Now I can get a discount where I'm paying $139 plus tax, of course. So I did tell myself it will come up to about or go up to just about $145. So if I subtract 145 from the 196, I will be saving myself $50.60 throughout the year if I do sign up for the annual subscription for Amazon Prime. Now, what I'm thinking as well is to take that money out of what I have here for subscriptions because I am so far out with how much I am funded for these categories, and then we can just start fresh. All right, so that is what I'm planning on doing. Google won't be until next month because I just paid the monthly subscription. And if I go ahead and pay now, they're going to not refund me that $2.16. They're just going to charge me the 20 something dollars that it's going to be. And I don't want to do that. So I made a note to do it for next month. Also, for Amazon Prime, I think I will do it at the end of this month. So that will be the first one to come out of the money that I have saved up in the Apple High Yield Savings account to fund my subscriptions. All right. So what you see here is for overspend category. Let's take a look at them. Is the Discover for 116. I have $26.13 for dining out. The car insurance for $251.80, and the dental expense is still hanging out. I haven't put any money towards it just yet. I don't want to use money out of my paycheck because of how tight the month is looking. So we're just going to let it sit. And I also didn't take any money out of my emergency fund. I'm leaving that. So we're just going to leave that sitting there. What I should have done, and I didn't do it, if I go down to the Apple Card, you can see there's $2.02, not $2, but $202.16 in the Apple Card that I have to make a payment. So what I'm going to do first, I could just go ahead. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to really mess anything up. So I should have gone ahead and covered this with the Apple money because that's how it was covered because it was paid out of the bank account and that money was set aside to pay the Apple Card. I will go back and sort everything out as far as paying the Apple Card down just below the balance of where I was to start out the month. It's still going to be a little bit high because that dental expense was charged onto that card. We'll worry about that. The rent is still sitting in the account. They have not pulled that out. I expect it to go out sometime this weekend. I don't know why they're dragging their feet, but the money is sitting in the account. I'm not going to touch it. Hubby doesn't touch it either. We just know that that money needs to sit there. All right, so let's see. Now we only have three overspent, which is dining out. Let's go ahead and cover that out of ready to assign. And we can't cover it out of ready to assign because you guys, I have not entered my paycheck yet. So let's go back and now let's put in my paycheck that I did receive. This is going to go to my personal account. This was for today. The payee is my paycheck. It's going to go to ready to assign. I forgot what number it is, what paycheck number, because I do track the number. And the inflow was $2,483.77. That is what I get per pay period for my full-time job. So let's go ahead and save that. To go back to the plan, here it is in ready to assign. Now let's go ahead and cover the overspending. So $26.13 coming from ready to assign. $251.80. This is coming from ready to assign as well. And this is what I did mention to you guys in the Google Sheets, I guess, pre-plan that I did for this paycheck. I needed to cover some overspending from the last pay period. So now we have $2,205.84 left. And what do we need to pay as far as fixed bills for now? So I did put the cell phone and the internet into the pre-plan, but since hubby didn't send any money over just yet, we're going to leave this. But I am going to put money in for braces, 225. That's going to charge against my Capital One number one card, and as soon as it closes or clear, we will go ahead and make this payment. Child support, I do need the 263. Okay, moving down. Car insurance is asking for an additional $10.20, but I don't need it. I should have changed this target because it's going to be 251. I'm going to put it to 252 because for the month of July, which was when my car insurance renewed, that payment was a little bit higher than what I'm going to pay from now until January. So this is going to be the amount, $251 and just about 80 cents. I think one of the months it's going to be 83 cents. So let's put 252. Save it. And then we could snooze because we're not going to put that extra 20 cents in. In subscriptions, HP Inc., Peloton, and Google Cloud has already been paid, but I have iCloud storage, SiriusXM, and Amazon Prime left to pay. And I'm not sure if I'm going to assign this money just yet. Let's see what else we have that's pressing because these are due on the 26th, which is next about, let's see how many days that is, 12 more days. So we can wait on this one. They're going to come or they're due right before I get paid again on the 29th. All right, let's move over to debt. In debt, what I need to pay is the personal loan because I won't be getting any additional money for myself because this personal loan is all mine. This was me consolidating my debts. The auto loan is something joint with hubby. So he pays half of the auto loan, I pay half. So my personal loan needs to be set aside in full because I don't think I will have or get any more money before this is due again as far as my income, my personal income. So let's go ahead and assign $1,151.04. Okay, so now we're left with $566.80. This cover, I still need to put, let's see what this cover is asking for. $524.84 to make it to the target that is set in here to be able to pay off the balance of my Discover card by January of 2026. So let's go ahead and assign the $524.84. This is because this is my Discover card and I need to take care of that. So you can see here that the total that went in was $640.84, but I have been telling myself that I'm going to be paying $645 even though the target is going to put me ahead. The target is going to keep me on schedule. If I pay $645, it's going to put me a little bit ahead. So that last payment is going to be a little bit less. So let's go ahead and what we're going to do here, we're going to do plus, I think it's 645 minus what's already in there, which is 524. Is this how it is? No, it's going to be minus 640.84. So it's going to minus what I already have in there, and I need an additional, it's taking an additional, what? How much did I have left? Let's see. I forgot. But it's working it out to be $645, but I forgot what was in there. So let's just go back one. So I was at 524.84. Now I am at 529. So it is what it is. It's not a lot that came out, but it is actually putting me to the target that I've set for myself to be able to pay off this cover within the time period that I wish to. Now, $37.80. What do I need to do with this money? I do have to pay the minimum payment. Oh no, we have a problem. We have a problem, you guys. We're going to undo twice. And why am I undoing twice? Because the first thing I need to do is pay Mattress Firm. $67 need to come out today. This is when it's due. So we're still not having enough to be able to pay the Discover card for the target that I want to pay for this month. But like I said, hubby hasn't sent over any money yet. His money should be able to take care of the groceries, also be able to take care of the car payment. Because he hasn't given me any money, I did say that we do pay half and half, but my paychecks has taken care of the majority of the bills so far this month because I haven't received much income from him. I did receive a little bit, so whatever money he is sending in is going to take care of whatever bills or expenses that we have between now and the next time I get paid, or now until the next time he sends in some more money. So I do need to take care of Mattress Firm because that is definitely happening before I get paid again. So that's my personal credit card. So that needs to be taken care of. And let me just give you guys a small insight onto this. If you are new here, or if you are a longtime subscriber but have never heard this before, hubby and I pays the bills in the house sort of equally. I make more money than he does, so I take care of the majority of the bills. He does transfer in money into our joint bills account to take care of the majority of the bills in the house. But also, what you're seeing here is the home expenses alongside my expenses. He budgets and take care of his personal expenses himself, so all his credit cards, his personal loan if he has one. I don't even know if he has a personal loan, but anything credit card wise, he mostly take care of that stuff. He buys his own fuel for the cars, and he also, what I should say, sometimes he buys food outside of the home. Sometimes I do buy him food when he's on the road, but all of his personal bills he takes care of by himself. All of these credit cards are not joint cards. These are just my credit cards that I'm paying for. So I am sort of sharing my personal experience on here with some of the family bills, but mostly this is all about Melissa. So this is what it is. The student loan is mine, the affirm is mine, the personal loan is mine, the auto loan is a joint loan between hubby and I. All right, so I hope that makes sense when you guys hear me talk about, he's transferring this amount of money and it may not seem enough compared to what I'm putting in, is because we're just taking care of the bills in the house. Melissa is sharing her journey as well for you guys to see the full picture of what I do, because also I pay the bills in the house. So he transfers the money in and I pay the bills. All right, that's a long explanation, and I hope that makes a little bit more sense for you guys. But the $4.99 and 80 cents, I'm gonna go ahead and put that into Discover. So I still have a little bit to take care of before the month closes out, because I want to be able to pay the $645 for the month of August. All right, you guys. So that's it. That's all the money. I'm not putting anything to savings just yet. Nothing for variable expenses. I did just go shopping for groceries, and I don't have to go shopping again until maybe middle or end of next week. We'll see, depending on how much my children are eating. So we still have that one overspend category to take care of. We'll worry about that when we can. It may also roll over into the month of September, being it's a credit card expense. This is not something that came out of my personal budget itself. It was charged onto my Apple Card. So, all right, you guys, that's it for this video. I have assigned every dollar of my paycheck down to zero. It looks like we're doing okay. So we still are underfunded for the month, $4,934. Mind you, I still have one more paycheck to receive in the month of August, and I am waiting for money to come in from hubby. So thank you guys so much for taking the time out to watch this video. I do want to share with you guys that I'm actually now monetized on my YouTube channel. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully we can get a little bit of income to help out with our budget and to help me to pay off some debt. So thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sharing my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Continue to like. If you're new here, go ahead and hit subscribe. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.